Alright guys, so it's me again, doing a little fishing bait review for you guys. Googan baits versus just other generic brands and what I think their close counterparts are. So to start off, we have the 4-inch Googan Squad Lunker Log. So this is basically their take on the stick bait. This is a smaller version. They have 5-inch, I believe, and 6-inch. You know, it's just a stick bait, really, that's all it is. What I do like about these is that I believe their action is better than maybe a Yum Dinger, which I have right here. And you can tell there's obviously a size difference in length. And while this one is a very good stick bait, I believe this one's better, and I'll tell you why. One, because I think the action's a lot better. I think they have some more unique colors in their lineup of stick baits. And three, the big kicker is that it's loaded with salt and a bunch of scent. And what I mean by that is you obviously can't smell this because you're on the other side of the screen. But when I smell this, it smells good, as opposed to just a regular stick bait. It just smells like rubber. Just whatever they put into the mold just smells like that. But these Googan Squad Lunker Logs smell good. They have a certain type of smell that I believe really does attract the fish and bring them in to bite. And there's many different ways you can rig this. You can rig it weightless on maybe for this I'd use a 3/0 hook. Rig it weightless. You could rig it Texas or wacky rig. So it's a very versatile bait, and these will catch you fish all over the world. Another bait that the Googan Squad makes is the trench hog. So I don't really know what they were thinking when they made this. They just thought, hey, let's make this bait, see how it goes, see what happens. And I think they did really good with it. Most of their products I really, really like. So I think this is their take on a lizard type bait, I would say, just because it has all these different appendages, all that kind of stuff. And so you can obviously see that they're attached right there. So you just gotta break them off to get the full action of the bait. And so when you put it in the water, these little, you don't know if you can really see that, but little ridges right there make the tail kick and flutter. And all the Googan baits, like I said before, are full of just salt and smell, and their action is wonderful. So I would totally recommend getting Googan baits just on that salt, those two salt things, just smell and action, just fantastic. So that's what I think this is, a lizard bait. And so I have over here some Zoom lizard lures. And obviously you can tell that they're a little bit different. This looks more like a lizard. So yeah, it has the 4 legs right there, has a tail, ribbon tail tail, I guess. And yeah, the colors are really nice on this one, but it doesn't have the smell or different action. These are more for durability, which the Googan baits do not have. Maybe after 2-3 fish, you have to change lures. Because with great action comes horrible durability. That's just a thing you have to work around. So you'll get like maybe 2 to 3 fish on this before having to swap out. Next bait I have up on my list is the Googan Baits Crack and Crawl. Alright, got him. Googan Baits Crack and Crawl. This is their take on a crawfish style bait. And they come in different sizes. They have the regular size, which is what this is, and they have the junior size for smaller, more finessey situations. And I can't open this bag. Alright, here we go. So this is Bama Bug color. Never fished with this before. Ooh, I like this. Oh yeah, the second I open the package, like I said, I can smell that Googan Baits smell they put into this. This is a really cool color. It's like a green pumpkin, purple with green sparkles. That's pretty sick. Anyways, so this is the Crack and Crawl, their take on a crawfish style bait. I unfortunately do not have any crawfish style baits with me. other than this. But I will say it is not as detailed as some other baits. Some other baits have like really real life looking claws and legs and everything else. But I think this is going to get the job done just as well. One, because, I already said, the salt and the smell. And also because the action is really, really good on this. You can literally throw this out there on a Texas rigged worm hook, reel it back in, and these claws have those little ridges on them. They make it kick back and forth. You can swim it in like a swim bait. I'm sure it'll get crushed by some fish. So yeah, there's this size, and then there's also the junior size, which is pretty sick, that they give you those options. Next up on my list, I do have a ribbon-tail worm. Alright, so we got the Googan Squad Mondo worm and the Zoom Super Salt Plus Mag 2 Red Shad. Big mouthful, I know. So we'll go for the comparison right now. So I fish with the Mondo worm quite a lot. My favorite color to fish with it is the natural color, because, well, one, it's natural, and it has like green, like a nice green color, and like a silvery bottom that really attracts the fish when it's flashing. So you're gonna break off this piece right here, get rid of that little dangly thing, just throw it over there, and there you have it. Mondo worm in green pumpkin red, I believe, watermelon red. Don't know what that's looking. So the action on these is extremely good. The segmented body, you can kind of see it in the light. Creates a little bit more water disturbance, more vibration, and the ribbon tail worm actually going down just creates motion, and the sparkles inside of it creates light, or not light, creates sparkles that the fish get attracted to. This is for kind of like finesse situations where you kind of like just lightly move the rod tip, and this will move. So you can fix it, rig it Texas rigged, and I've seen people rig it wacky rigged too. Haven't tried that. Maybe will, maybe won't, but you know, it's a really, really good bait. This is the small size, and I really like the small size because, especially in winter, you have to downsize your baits because fish are less active. They don't want to eat really big worms, so smaller worms are the best. So they have this small size that I really enjoy fishing at my local pond. And they also have, didn't bring it over here, I think, but anyways, I have a bigger size worm, about maybe an inch or two bigger than this, in the natural color that I really, really like. And so now we have the Zoom Mag 2 Red Shad. I didn't want to read the whole sentence or title. So this, I will say, these are expensive. They're $5, well, $6 with tax, a pop, as opposed to maybe $4, and it only comes with what, like 8, as opposed to spending $4 or less, and I don't really know, on this and getting 20. So you can get better quality, better action for more expensive, I guess. Anyways, sick. Okay, so ribbon tail worm from the Zoom company. This is in red shad color. So I will already say the ribbon tail is a heck of a lot longer, which I guess is good if you're trying to, I don't know, just more action. It does have the same segmented body almost, which will create the same water disturbance and all that stuff. It's a close competitor to the Mondo worm. I will say that. You know, it doesn't have the smell or the salt in it that really gets the fish going, but you know, if I couldn't get these, probably definitely go for these. They come in various sizes, different colors. I have another one in my tackle box. It's like a plum color that I really, really like to use. I got these from my Secret Santa in the last video. You should go check it out. So yeah, I guess pretty damn close. Next up, I have the Googan Baits Saucy Swimmer, and I'm going to be comparing it with the Strike King Braid Swimmer. So what we got here is the Googan Baits Saucy Swimmer, their take on the swim bait. And I've used these a lot as jig trailers, spinnerbait trailers, buzzbait trailers, and so there it is. This one's kind of beat up and used, but it still works. They have this like little ridged body that makes more water disturbance, more vibration, more better. Cause that's the way to say it. More better for the fish. This one's in like watermelon pearl or something like that. I got this because I really like the white on the bottom, because in the winter they'll be feeding on shad, bluegill, stuff like that. So anything relatively white, blue, yellow will probably get munched on. You can fish this Texas rigged on the back as trailers, as I said. But what I really like is the action on this. And obviously I can't go out and show it to you on a pond because there's no ponds in San Antonio that are clear enough to show this to you. But the tail on the back, just fantastic. Has the smell and salt that I've said this has in every Googan bait. I just really like the action that this gives. It's just good. I can't really describe it another way. It's just really, really good. It's very precise. It's very realistic. That's the word I'm looking for. Realistic. It's very lifelike. So yeah, and this is the bigger size I have. This is the 3.8 Saucy Swimmer, and then I have a smaller. I have two other Saucy Swimmers in a different color. 3.3 size, and this one's a different color. My buddy Reagan, who has been featured on this channel before, catches lots of fish on this. Most of the times when we go to a new spot, he uses this, and this just gets absolutely crushed on a slow, steady retrieve on a spinning rod. So that's the Saucy Swimmer, and now Rage Swimmer, 3.25 inch. And I will say, this is one of the only baits that I have here that actually has its own specific smell. I really like this size. It's very small, downsized, especially for winter. Like I said, bass aren't going to be wanting to move and chase big lures. They're going to be wanting small lures so they can just get that easily. So I got this color because, like I said earlier also, white is a really good wintertime bait. And this, I don't know, I really like this color. It's like a white gray color that relates really well with shad in the area and small bluegill. But yeah, this is one of the only baits that I have that has its own specific type of smell. When I smell it, it smells like the rubber, but it has like an after smell of like maple syrup that I really, really like. It's really good. So yeah, that's the Rage Swimmer. And I will say it has about the same action for a Saucy Swimmer. And it comes in packs of, I don't know. I don't really count, but yeah, really good bait, really good size for this time of year, and you can also upsize when it gets hotter. So yeah. Next up is the Googan Squad Slim Shake Worm. So this is their take on a trick worm. I've used this. I've caught my PB on this. Not the specific color, but this type of worm. It was at Choke Cane, I believe it was like a 3.5 pounder. It's not even that big in the grand scheme of things, but it was pretty fun to catch. So here we go, Slim Shake Worm. I really like how they taper it right there in the middle and kind of widen up right there. It's really, really cool. Has the same segmented body most of their baits have, for more vibration and water disturbance. This is a natural color. This is one of my favorite colors that Googan makes. See how it has that like shimmery silvery bottom and then like that blue top? That shimmery silver bottom just really gets the fish going toward it because it starts reflecting off the sunlight, and they're like, hey, what's that? To go, try it out, hook them. So that's the Slim Shake Worm. Really good action, horrible durability. As I said, all the Googan baits have horrible durability because you have to trade action for durability or durability for action. But I really, really, really like this bait. I believe they have a junior size now that just came out recently, so that's pretty cool. I'll have to try that out. So that's that bait, Slim Shake Worm, one of my all-time favorite Googan Squad baits, besides the Mondo Worm. Obviously, it's like, maybe like 20 fish on that in the past like few months. So what I have here is the Zoom Trick Worm in Bruised Banana. And like I said, most of these are like $6 a pop. The Googan Squad lures. This is maybe, I don't know, $4, and it has 20 in them. So yeah, and I will say relatively about the same action, pretty much the same design, you know, cooler color. I think I really like the bruised banana color. Haven't caught a fish in this yet. Hopefully we'll soon though. You know, you can really stretch it out too. That are really breaking. I can actually feel it. I almost stretched it to the breaking point, but I guarantee you I cannot stretch it out that far on a Googan Squad lure without it snapping. So yeah, close comparison there. Either or is pretty good. Obviously, if you're on a ball and on a budget, then you're going to be wanting this because it's $4 for 20. So next up, I have the Googan Squad Rattling Ned in Dirty Rice color. So this is their take on a Ned rig style bait. So a Ned rig is basically get a mushroom head, jig head, put this on, and just lightly lift it up, let it fall on the bottom. And they are the first company to ever have this sound in a Ned style bait. Hear that? They have a rattle chamber inside of the bait, which is really, really cool. I'll see if I can grab one out of here for you. So here it is. Pretty good action, you know. Look, it goes, you know, obviously. Really cool color. Dirty Rice. Has this like silver bottom with this like green pumpkin with brown sparkles in there. I really like this color. Let's get the rattle chamber out for you guys. So yeah, this is the first company to have a rattle chamber in it, which I think is really, really cool. So here's the rattle chamber. Just a few beads in it, making that rattle sound. And so what that does is just already, it makes the already really good Ned rig even better. So in the past, you just have basically this, but without the rattle chamber in it. And you know, that gets some bites, you get some pretty good sized fish on this, but then they add rattle chamber. That creates noise. The fish love that noise, so they'll just tear this up. I've seen the Googans fish this everywhere in the world and just get fish on this. They've even fished this in salt water and they've caught fish in this. So really versatile bait. You can catch fish on these all over the world. I think the final, oh my bad, I have a comparison with the Ned rig. Now this obviously isn't the same type of Ned rig, but it's the same kind of like idea. So this is another Ned rig style bait. Put the mushroom head right down the bottom, and what this does, if you just swim this back and forth like this on a really small hook, it doesn't really do much swimming. The second you put on a Ned rig, this thing just starts going crazy, like kind of like that. It starts going crazy. The fish really like that. They think it looks like a little bait fish or maybe a minnow or something. I don't really know what fish think. If they did, I would have a lot more fish under my belt.